from Oxxgen is going to be playing around this pillar. The spike is still not being planted. Working on that timing, and Juliana's gonna find the first one. Opening. She's gonna spec Gia here as well.
That's good control now. Free plant over towards Cave. They've still got the control on that side. And for Oxxgen, buying their way back in is going to involve a couple of opening kills to really buy them those angles. At the moment, G2 have got a really nice hold on it, especially with the info Mimi's getting down towards the bottom of rope. Just waiting for this drop down to happen. Probably won't even take a fight in this round, but it's all about that information play. And it is gained G.
All that long distance with that Viper wall onto B. That's what they decided.
And then between, obviously, the dash out of aNNja and the flashes, they had a perfect play, even if their opponents did have, you know, all 5 marshals ready. They had no opportunity to take those fights. That's why they were left to last alive. This fight on the site's looking a little bit awkward as they close in the distance on Ritha yet again. She's having a tough time on this A-site defense. The plant's going to come in for G2. The weaker weapons now able to sit down and wait for their opponents to push into them. Good snake bite, but it's not going to force them fully out of position. How is Petra still alive? That was so damn close. Oh, the walkthrough from rainssa is going to be so perfect, though. Great timing on that. Not able to get a second kill out of it, but they can probably defuse it from there, which is the main problem.
Yeah, and let's see if aNNja can do something from the back. They're going to be spoiled pretty soon, but
they got it at the last second, but the defuse is going to come through anyways. That's a shame. Hell of a good attempt.
By the looks of it.
Oh, well, that ultimate isn't going to get popped this time around. A quick spray down from Petra and Giuliano with another player spotted up close, but oh no! Ritha not able to connect it. The Guardian doing her dirty, leaving G2 with a huge advantage. The site is theirs. They've killed 3 of their opponents without even losing a player themselves. This is a gorgeous start to the round.
Yeah, completely. And now the spike is going to go down pretty freely. Maybe just getting that over as well for her ultimate. And Proxima probably having to go for the hunt here. Sound is going to... Okay. Is this going to be an ace? Please.
Let's go Petra. Hell yeah. Oh, no. Zaz is up close. They're stealing the ace.
Teammates, come on. Maybe we don't want to take that duel. I would understand completely.
They sold the fate perfectly as well. The only player left on A is rainssa. Support's coming in from Ritha, though, who's able to catch Petra, seeing her feet underneath the poison orb, and that spray not landing. Oxxgen are having a really tough time defending this A site again and again. And G2 are going to get the plants with Oxxgen miles away from retake. Oh, that was a scary fight to take.
Oof, I would have been scared as well.
Good
But
shot.
this should be, yeah. Okay, and with aNNja just finding that shot is going to be, yep.
It's going to be close. It says Oxygen saving, right? I'm spike site since we last saw her and has been lurking up through middle. And she's about to catch Ness out completely. That's the freest kill of Zaz's life. And now where does Ritha go? Right into Zaz. Luckily taking her down.
Viper spit and also the drone gathering the information. So they should know. Juliana still is going to use her ultimate and just going to go in. On the hunt. Trying to avoid... Oh, okay. Okay, this is perfect for Oxxgen.
That's exactly the fight that rainssa wanted to be taking. Good return by Zaz, but now caught putting her wall down, and it will not be put up at all in this round. G2, 2 versus 4. No information to play with. Both of these players stuck down the bottom of mid, and they didn't get spotted. That flash has not revealed them, but the camera is a different story.
Yeah, and even though it's a 4v2, they can still go for it. They can still try. They have a lot of money to play with. There's no point to just give up this round. The response from Oxxgen, though, is a perfect one. It's just 2v2 on each side. Just try and do it best. And again, doesn't get spotted.
Well, taps coming out, but no connections. It's all onto that operator of aNNja. It's done some serious work before, but with 30 seconds left and 2 players on this corner, the first shot not even going to land. That's the round done for Oxygen. The question is, did they let her? It's going to be very hard to get rainssa out of position. The flashes didn't reveal her in the first place. The wall coming up in the background, they have to check this corner as they come through. They absolutely have to. And rainssa, good for the first. The wide swing gets a second. And then Zaz inside the Viper ult. It's all Mimi. What an incredible play out of rainssa to pretty much close out a 4th round for Oxygen. Unless Mimi's got an ace clutch up her sleeves.
I would love to know what they talked about in that timeout, because it definitely worked. Like, okay, not even in the first second, but if they previous round, they were like, okay, we're gonna full stack, and Mimi's like, okay. Oh, this is a lot of information coming in for G2.
Cage triggered.
Mimi's got them just locked down at this stage. Free B take essentially, and she's picking them apart. You'll love to see it. Good return by Gia catching the Zaz lurk, and now she's going to be first point of contact on B, but you can't really get in there for a fight, unfortunately.
Oh, 3v3 situation. The plant is again going to be on B, still on tripwire online, and Gia just needs to wait for all the rotations. And they're coming in pretty handy. Ness with the operator is just going to help her. On the same side, but Ritha here with the back. Picking onto window. If they get the timing right, should be a good retake.
A good window of opportunity with Gia catching off aNNja, though. G2 are in a rough spot. They're being closed in on. Good frag by Giuliano. They know now that that spike isn't being diffused. It's all about the flank. Ritha caught in the open. In the round before that, I understood when they were against an eco, grouping up as, you know, on a map like Breeze, I'd still rather you take ranged fights, but still, it's acceptable. But versus a full buy, it was weird, giving them B for free. Well, dash out of ness. She's already on site. Petra's just rubbing shoulders with her and has absolutely no idea. How did she get away with that?
I was actually surprised. The rotations are just so...
Spike planted.
It takes so long to rotate on this map that it's impossible for you to even think of trying to get to these duels. Now, Giuliano, what she had to do is like just wait for that flash again. Oh, God. Oof, that's a scary pick.
Yeah, it could have been Zaz down and out of this round. She hasn't really got a wall to play with, and all util gone. So Zaz essentially becomes a duelist at this point. 2 players spotted on site, both tagged up. Zaz is hunting them down. No bullets connecting and stabbed in the back. And how aware teams are of that jet operator, not giving it the space that it used to get for free every single time. Oh, Giuliano's lost that frag, and now all of a sudden the Spectres are winning. They're overrunning the site. It's a 4v3, and G2 have no one to stop them. A ranged fight for Mimi might end up in disaster, as there were 3 players holding her on the peak. In fact, she's still going out. This is an incredibly scary round for G2, and what should have been one where they lost 2 rifles maybe, and instead they might lose the round.
Still not done, but GM Proxima here.
Oh, it's nasty.
That double pick. Oh my God. How did that? I was looking at it on her face.
No, there's at least 3 players spotted outside of B, and this is huge information to play with. Oxxgen wanting to get aggressive inside that Viper's pit, but it looks like G2 have the same idea. Zaz caught in the alleyway will be taken down. That is a huge drop. Yeah. With Viper's pit out of the question, B is back on the menu.
I love it. The fact that you see the Viper's pit down and you're like, okay, I'm going to use all utility. I'm going to force you out. This is going to come down. Either you dying or you just not being able to come back and retake it.
It's such an aggressive challenge out of Giuliano. You do not expect her to just come barreling around the corner like that. The timing was perfect, catching them off guard, evening up the numbers. Gia's going to be caught as well. A little bit unaware. The recon confirming there's players at the elbow. G2 have all the info to play with, and there's the flash to peek around on, giving them the mid control, confirming exactly where these Oxxgen players are as they move back towards the B site.
I'd love Petra's awareness there, being like, I know exactly what I'm picking and what I'm exposed to. Executor's gonna come onto B, but Mimi should have this left.
Yeah, they haven't spotted her at all. Beautiful on the backside from Mimi. And there's already a player through. Good shut down by Zaz. No one can follow up because that poison cloud is there. The snake bite behind it. Zaz now in trouble. They're just going to peek her out. Can't even get the snake bite on the floor, but here's her teammates. Already through. Already here to help.
Yeah, Ritha only with 12 HP. She's going to plant the spike. She's going to get healed also by Proxima. 3v3 and aNNja with the operator coming online. It'll be a tough one. Especially for Ritha. She doesn't have the best position in here.
Yeah, it's a tough angle to hold. Ritha does well to get away with one, and then they line up for Proxima. And you're done for the day. You can watch your opponents. It definitely has its pretty big advantage to winning out here and now. We'll see.
Oh, I can't wait to see 10-star, actually.
I know, it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic, but they'll have their work cut out for them. aNNja already taking down rainssa. That's the planter as well as the Viper's pit falling, and it looks like aNNja's just having a field day here. Ness will eventually deal with her. Plant coming through. Blade Storm popped. This is looking pretty solid. Deep shock dart as well. Almost lands for damage. 5 HP left on Ness.
Yeah, it's more than enough for her.
Apparently it is. Yeah, she's closed it out with an ace.
Expect some rotations. Also the ultimates. Maybe needs to back off.
Yeah, Proxima taking the ult orb, grabbing the Seekers and the control over the site. Good tag coming in out of aNNja. That's Proxima down. Gia falls too, and for Oxxgen, this is going to be a pretty tough one. Locking it out to 3v5. Blade Storm online for aNNja. Operator being absolutely dominant in a lot of these duels, and it's locking down the angles that they can peek on. What a tag. That is huge damage done. Petra down to 1 HP. aNNja on 50. It's winnable. Toxin screen goes down. rainssa walks through, but gets caught on the box. And a shock dart to close out the round. Players stacked towards this B side. aNNja goes down. Oxxgen. Do they want to push out? Do they want to fully commit? Because over on the other side of the map, Proxima's still lurking out on A. And I'm seeing now the cross is coming through. Mimi's holding for it, though, ready for this duel. But ness somehow wins it. 37 HP left as she wins out that fight. And they'll look for this A side. The heal can even come through. Oh, no, it's Proxima doesn't have it anymore. You're going to be low for the rest of the round. But how long is that going to be? With Juliana falling, it looks like we could be seeing a conclusion pretty quickly.
I love the fact that Ness used both her smokes because she knew exactly what angles G2 were looking forward to protect. And now on this 4v2, things are not looking good for G2. Spike's gone down, but they need to try it.
Is the first, at least, for Zaz. Drop down. Being heard. Proxima's up close, ready for this fight, and winning it out. Petra. 1 versus 2, low HP. And Gia will catch the cross.
Both flashes down already. And the Hunter Sphere in response. Hunter for Giuliano.
That's so good. Oh, that's so good. So the Hunter's Fury popped. I was almost going to critique because they didn't get a tag with the drone. It seemed like it could have been a waste. However, the fact that you have Ness hunting that player down, again, it comes back to what we talked about before. It's not always about getting kills. Sometimes it's about putting your opponents out of position, out of comfort, and allowing your teammates to finish them off. And that's exactly what Oxxgen have done here. Now they're in a 4v2 with G2 having Petra and Zaz coming through middle to try and fight back. But they have so much to fight against. The first is Ness, who falls right away. A low HP makes it that little bit easier, but these other players are tucked away. They're hiding. They're running this clock down because all they need to do is let that spike explode, and G2 need to up the pace. It's time to go right here and now, and that is exactly where it ends. Oxxgen